Imagine that you are in a vineyard full of grapes that are vibrant and ready to harvest. The Gospel of Matthew, chapter 20, verses 1 to 16, tells us a parable about the workers in the vineyard. One early morning, the vineyard owner saw that the grapes in his vineyard were nice and ripe. And he thought to himself, "These grapes need harvesting, but I cannot do it all on my own." He decided to take a trip into town, and there he found some workers who agreed to work for a day's wage. Later in the morning, he noticed that he needed more workers. It was 9 in the morning when he went into town again. In the marketplace, he saw others who were keen for work. So he told them, "You also go to my vineyard and I will pay you a day's wage." At midday, he went into town again. He found more workers and he told them, "You also go to my vineyard and I will pay you a day's wage." In the afternoon, about 3 p.m., he left for town again. This time, he felt that he needed even more workers to get the job done. When he found more workers, he told them, "You also go to my vineyard and I will pay you a day's wage." At 5 p.m., he felt that there still weren't enough workers, so he left for town. He found others standing around, so he asked them, "Why are you standing around and doing nothing all day?" They replied, "Because no one wants to hire us." So he told them, "You also go to my vineyard and I will pay you a day's wage." When evening came, the vineyard owner said to his manager, "Call all the workers and give them their day's wage, starting with the last arrivals till the first." It was done. All the workers were paid the same wage. But those first hired were not satisfied with the amount they received. Those hired first began complaining. They grumbled to the vineyard owner with harsh voices. The vineyard owner replied, "My friends, I am doing you no wrong. Do you not remember agreeing to work for a day's wage? Now take what belongs to you and go. I choose to pay the rest the same as you. Am I not allowed to do as I wish with what belongs to me? Or are you jealous of my generosity?" The meaning of this parable. In this parable, the disciples are being compared as the workers, and the vineyard owner represents Jesus. All the workers received the same day's wage. It did not matter whether they worked for an hour or an entire day. The vineyard owner chose to pay them all the same reward. Therefore, this part of the story explains that not all of the disciples offer the same service to God. However, we should all understand that they worked to serve God and know that in the end we will all receive the same reward. But it's not the reward that will help reveal the kingdom of God.